Queen Naomi's sister has challenged the federal government face to face. Break the bombshell. She has broken record to be the very first individual, civilian, that challenges government face to face, as he tells the government why her sister Olori Naomi should never, in fact, that she shouldn't even be prisoned. The reason why she shouldn't be prisoned at all. Yes, she has taken it upon herself. She has taken the bull by the horn, that whatever could come out, make it come out. However it won't be. That yes, if it means for them to come and carry her and arrest her also, that she is ready for them. According to the information we hear, we hear say she break the highest record. As she wrote this to the federal government, even Queen Naomi got scared that they should not come for her, because she really poured her at her mind. So I'm going to be listing the things she said and the challenges, the things she challenged the federal government, and asked them that they should defend everything she has said if it is true. She said in 2011, there was a presidential rally organized by the then ruling party, the PDP, at Liberty Stadium, Port Harcourt. The law enforcement officials at the crowded venue showed the greatest level of negligence for any crowded event. Despite the crowd, they prevented those who wanted to take an early exit out of the venue from having their wishes fulfilled. At the close of the event, only a small gate was opened, causing a stampede that led to the death of 11 persons. No one took responsibility for such recklessness, not the presidency, not the PDP, and not the careless law enforcement agents at the venue. There were no arrests. Talk more of a prosecution, or could the law enforcement agents have arrested themselves? Then, fast forward to 2014, the Nigerian Immigration Service organized a recruitment exercise where 1,000 was lawfully extorted from more than 6 million helpless applicants. But the challenge was not in the awful extortion. The challenge was the poor management of the exercise that left more than 20 people died due to the exhaustion and stampede. The gates to the most of the venue were shut even after the scheduled time of commencement of the exercise. Soldiers, immigration personnel, and other law enforcement agents were reported to have used tear gas and gunshots to the air to disperse crowd all over the country, causing huge stampede. The tragedy was one of the catalysts for the PDP's loss for the presidential election 2015. The then Minister of Interior took responsibility for the incident, but he did that from the comfort of his home, not in police station. The bottom line is that no one was prosecuted, not the minister who took responsibility for the tragedy, not the immigration boss, nor the careless law enforcement agents at the various venues of the ill-fated exercise. Fast forward to 2024, a stampede occurred at a pre-Christmas event in Ibadan, causing the death of about 35 persons, mostly children. The event was reportedly billed to commence at 10 a.m., but due to the massive hunger and financial frustration in the land, crowd has already started gathering at the venue, even a day to the event. A lot of people were reported to have slept at the venue, awaiting the financial and material palliative promised at the event. At about 7 a.m., a stampede had occurred for an event billed for 10 a.m. But the organizers, rather than the massive hunger in the country, are being held accountable for the unfortunate tragedy. The president announced a thorough investigation into the incident. The governor of Oyo State called appropriate punishment of those responsible for the tragedy. By these announcements, these leaders absolved themselves of blame while calling for the head of innocent philanthropists trying to alleviate the suffering of the hungry and frustrated masses. Overzealous police officers did not miss any step in taking the bull by the horn. In reaction to the order of the nations and Oyo State C and CS, they took 3 of the major organizers, including the Queen of Ile-Ife, Naomi Ogunwusi, into custody, detained them beyond the constitutionally prescribed period, took them to a court without jurisdiction to entertain the charges against them, and got them remanded in prison custody awaiting a nod from the state attorney general for proper trial. Wow, we sympathize with the families who lost their lives, but it's unfortunate that this tragedy happened. But the travail of the organizers is injustice taken too far. Who prosecuted Abba Moro when he took responsibility for the failed immigration exercise? Who prosecuted the then president of the ruling party, Sharma, when the reckless organization of the Port Harcourt rally caused the death of 11 persons? Who prosecuted any of the soldiers or police officers whose shots caused the unfortunate immigration stampede of 2014? Who has prosecuted the nation's handlers under whose watch massive hunger now leads citizens to trample upon themselves over Phoebe? This is what Simi said, according to what you are hearing. They said she attacked the federal government like Kilode, listed all these things for them, and tell them to do their worst. Whatever be the thing they think, and they say, okay, now this thing we will do them. They should prepare and come and do it to her. But as for her, that she will not stop talking, that she will not close her mouth. She will keep saying the things and all the injustice and partialities going on in the country. Yes, my correct people. All we need to do now is pray. The other time we had, and I posted that when Naomi is released, So, this information on social media, that's what I always tell people. Any information you see on social media, you just have to take it with a pinch of salt. Because I always say I'm not giving a first-hand information, neither am I giving second. But it's based on what we see and what we hear from social media that I bring to you guys this. So you see that sometimes there is a mix-up. While we heard that when Naomi was released, and a lot of rumors that came to our ear. And now again, we are hearing that Simi came out to say she's not released yet and attacked the federal government for everything that they have done, that they are going to suffer 600 years for what they did to Olori Naomi and her son. Yes, my correct people. I decided to use this medium to tell you people, Happy New Year in advance. Please kindly subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget that all these are alleged information. I will be back.